when we last left our heroes.
That went better than I expected. Instead of getting turned into adventurer pancakes, we discovered that Brandr already knew of Zai and revealed that it was Zai who Brandr had been waiting for. He spoke of his time as a general back in the Millennial War and believes another one is on the horizon, thanks to Malevius's rise in power. When that time comes, he says that he will be ready to fight, and that we should be too. We were led further into the caverns by Rune, and we were told we are a day's travel from none other than the city of Belluseo, the very same fight pit I took part in, until Zai's letters. Before all that, though, our little group discussed previous actions we took and the desire to improve, with a newfound motivation to restart, reevaluate, and redeem. We now travel through the caverns to Belluseo with a finalized group name, the Redeviants. Arcane Amphitheatre, Episode 37, Slip, Slide, Spelunk.
Any questions?
Did he mention what his motivation for us to visit Belluseo was?
Money. Tournament.
We're poor as shit.
Yeah, it was not that he has motivations for you guys to visit on his behalf.
He was
bad trying to help you guys out. Because you are poor.
We're about to get 5,000 from, quote-unquote, killing Brandr, so that's
Did you kill Brandr?
Not a bad start.
But Brandr did say to go collect from Zai.
He might as well be dead, and to give the reward, from my understanding and my notes that I have in front of me.
Can I clarify something with you, Raph?
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Bogo wanted his money out of that bank. We didn't.
No, he wanted his money.
Oh, he wanted his
out of
money.
the bank.
I thought he just wanted the money gone. So
No,
all right.
I still owe him. What was it? Like half a mil?
510,000, I believe.
I owe him over $500,000
Don't worry, you've got some
Well,
of it.
it could have been just 500,000, but then the 10,000 was because of the carriage and everything, I believe, not just the
Yeah.
valuables.
I will not be able to repay this until I have somehow acquiesced
The entirety of your father's fortune.
My family's company into my name, liquidate it entirely, and then give it over.
Just acquire Raydell from Malevius and sell it, and then there you go. Maybe
Sell
what's-
Raydell to the Bogos.
Raph, what are the stock options here in Altaria?
For you guys, none.
How dark is it in this cave, Raph? Let's get on with this.
It's got to be dark.
You guys are still at the entrance of the cave. So you guys are standing at the cave mouth, and you can see that the cave begins to go upwards a little bit and to the left, but the fire and the river of lava behind you is still illuminating it where you are right now.
Okay. I was
So you are
wondering.
not blind.
Gotcha. I am blind, but I'm not blind, so.
Once you take about 10 feet forward and look into the cave, if you do not have dark vision, you better have a torch.
Well, thank goodness I have
All right,
dark vision.
sound off. Who has dark vision? I do.
have dark vision.
Yeah.
I don't.
I give a look over at Sheelal. Right with you, buddy. Sorry.
Okay,
There's,
it's two.
just
He's
two of
gonna
us.
take Aaravani by the hand
Yeah, all right.
Aw.
Stick close.
with the rope.
We'll stay safe. the rope comes out of the socket, I imagine.
Yeah.
Kaixus, you don't happen to have a flashlight for the two of them, do you?
I don't have a flashlight, but I could give one of them dark vision.
Just to make sure, Raph, the halberd does not look any different. It's just whenever I attack, it does that extra bit, right?
It was infused with the runic magic of the giants.
Gotcha. Because
So
I don't
you
know if
can
maybe it
see-
glows slightly or I don't know.
It does not glow slightly.
Okay.
When you grabbed it, it does have these, essentially these ore veins that run up towards the blade,
Sick.
but it does not glow.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sheelal's gonna pull out a candle. Kind of just, there's no heat source right now, is there? On anybody?
You have 3 spellcasters.
Yes, but like,
Oh shit, dark vision's not even concentration. That's kind of
because he's gonna want to put the candle like melted to his head and then light the top of it.
Hey, it's one way to do it.
Okay, Lumiere.
Okay, nothing here says I couldn't give both of you dark vision. So I'm gonna do it for the homies. I'm doing it for the homies. I need you to understand that what I'm about to do is for the homies.
One more time.
For the homies. I am giving up both of my 2nd level spell slots. So Aaravani.
No, you
Second
don't
level?
have
Hang on,
to.
I don't know about that. I don't
You
need
don't
it
have
that badly.
to.
All right.
We could just use a torch. Have we
What
thought
if we
about
wanna
that
sneak up
idea?
on, what if there's shit in this
that's why I'm
cave that
using
wants
my
to get
candle.
us? Oh my god. Fine. You get it. You get your candle.
I'm gonna hold my finger out. The tiny flame is gonna come out, and whoop, candle's
wait.
lit.
It makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah.
If he stays close, he gets sneak attack. I can see. It's perfect. It's the
There
duo
you
we all needed.
go.
Hey, Raph.
Yes.
I touch Era's halberd, and I just cast light.
Man, fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking cleric ass.
Oh,
Fucking
well, that
right.
makes it way easier. Thanks, Raggax. Finally,
Here we
someone
go.
useful here. Gosh.
What is this? Act 2 of Baldur's Gate 3? Fuck you.
Whoa, I don't know. What's a Baldur's Gate, you know?
Please don't do that.
I
All right,
could,
let's
I
go.
could see
Let's
this
go.
being
It's time to
Act
go.
2,
It's time to
but
get
I
out.
don't
It's
know
too
if
hot
this is
in
a
here.
Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm moving. I got my light. I'm ready to go.
Lead the way.
Please.
Lead it.
Let's get into this cave.
Aaravani, you lead everyone forward, with your halberd now glowing, illuminating the way forward.
Yeah.
And as everyone give me a perception check.
You got it, baby.
Let's go.
Good
I
lord.
didn't see
Ajax
shit.
is
Nat
perceiving.
1, baby.
Hey,
Dang.
Nat 2.
Dang. Really? I
Yeah.
actually have a
shit.
better perception than all of you guys. 18.
14.
4.
23.
The candle is melting onto my eyes, so
The problem, Sheelal, with you is that it is out of eyesight. For everyone else, and Raggax just looks up, you guys will notice that as you begin walking through the cave, you've only gone about 150, maybe 200 feet forward, and you start seeing the Ajax. You immediately recognize it, the veins of the giant runes, and where they would have formed and stayed. And you can see that this ore vein has been completely depleted already. And as you guys continue walking forward, on your left and right on both sides of the cave, you can see it's just this blackish vein that seeps itself back into the wall. And you can see, following the veins towards where you guys are these large, semicircular, they almost look like flower buds in a way, or rather stems of the veins where the runes and the magic would have been before having been already mined.
It seems everything here has been extracted already. I'm thankful that my little vacation to the mines, I'd be able to bring something out of it.
Oh yeah, were you able to get anything from that?
I have two
Oh.
souvenirs.
Okay.
What do you got?
It's this igneous fire giant ore that I'm assuming is going to be utilized to acquire a new arm for Sheelal here. And if we do it correctly, we could potentially also enhance Kaixus. That was the goal in the first place. I figured he could put it to use, but then somebody had to go and lose an arm.
Sheelal looks at Kaixus.
Look, from one person to another without an arm. You need an arm, man. I'll get you that arm. I'm gonna make it cool too. You're gonna be able to cast spells out of it and shit.
Wait, so I'm gonna get Kaixus's arm and you're gonna get Sheelal's arm.
I slap Raggax with my prosthetic arm.
I mean, I do want to point out though that those arms were not robotic, so clearly at some point, Sheelal, they were replaced.
I've had several forms, but so this is my most recent form.
What's been your favorite form? I gotta ask, is this your favorite form or is there another one?
Oh yeah, I like this one because I can do a lot of things. But I was first came into consciousness when I was a box.
Oh, that could have been good.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything, but
But you were a conscious box.
yeah, I could hear things.
A box with ears.
It makes you question other
just a
inanimate
box.
objects that might be alive and we don't even know it.
Raggax looks at his dagger.
I look at my halberd. Did he do something to you? Oh no, please. Oh.
I look at my arm and I like it shake and it moves towards my throat and I just push it back down. I turn the off switch on.
So last time we were in a close quarters tunnel. It was in Raydell, in the sewers, and last time we traveled through something like this, we had to deal with the ice vipers. I don't think we're gonna run into any ice vipers here.
No, probably not. I can't imagine.
I bet we're gonna run into some fucks called the Stone Studs or something.
I was thinking the magma worms.
Ooh, the magma worms.
Freaking took that from me, Trevor. I can't believe it.
Magma
I know where you were
worms.
going with that too.
I set you up and then you
I
didn't.
know.
It was an alley-oop.
It was a bait and switch.
A
It
fade
looked
away.
like he was going for the assist, but then he just used you as leverage and dunked over you.
I feel hurt.
Crossed up.
Mage hand special, baby.
How far does this tunnel, like, how far from where we're at does it look like it runs?
You guys essentially walk and talk. The tunnel itself, you can feel that it is on a very slight incline, and you essentially, since you were going further into the wall that you walked into, and then slowly going left and right, at some points the floor itself will even out, and you walk for honestly like 15 minutes in the dark, only illuminated by the halberd, and there is no sign of this tunnel ending. As you continue, the veins on the walls do not go away either. They remain persistent throughout the entirety of this cavern. The more you walk, and I'll give you guys this without a roll, this appears to be a man-made cave. This was an excavation cave. You can see that the way that it has been caved out, it is raw, it is jagged, it is unnatural. Not supernatural, but just not a naturally formed cave.
How much space have we got above our heads?
You will have seen that it shifted, but for the most part, these appear to be caves made by giants. So there is 30 to 40 feet of clearance above your head. You are not cramped up together. You guys can actually even walk side by side with more than enough space.
Whoa.
Huge cave. So we're with the royal protector, huh?
Ah, you caught that, didn't you?
I mean, I wasn't gonna gloss over that.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it's as extreme as not being from this current timeline, so...
Yeah, I think Ajax has us beat. I mean, I thought
I was far from home, but that's on a whole new level.
I'm like recently displaced. Like my trauma's pretty like recent, but then like Ajax is just like, oh my god, like what's he been dealing with?
I don't know where home is. Okay, I don't have home.
Home is where you make it.
Aw, that's the right sentiment to have, Sheelal.
Ugh, I hate that play where that pregnant lady gets left in that BOGOs.
What?
What are you talking about? What?
I didn't take you for a theater nerd. Interesting.
Oh, it's just like so
Nerd.
preachy, and it's like, oh, I get it, community, but like,
Eventually, you guys continue walking. And after about another 10 more minutes, you arrive at one of the most terrifying portions of this cave. A fork in the road.
God's
shit.
damn this shit. Who has clairvoyance?
I pick it up. I've solved your puzzle, riddle master.
Get fucked. I knew this was coming. God damn it. That's what I should have prepared. Clairvoyance. I don't even think I can prepare
All right,
that.
me and Sheelal will go down the left one, and then the rest of you can go down the right.
Ah, that sounds great.
That sounds horrible.
Not.
I think we take a breather and whoever has clairvoyance can prep that and then cast it and then we know where to go.
What is this clairvoyance you say? I'm not familiar. I mean, I don't know any spell, but this one specifically.
Hang on. Also, I'm gonna feel like such a doof if I don't.
Like, you're saying that there's a spell that leads us out of caves? I mean, I'm sure that there's got to be something like that, but that's a little far-fetched to me.
I can walk forward down one while you hold my rope, and then I can go down the other one.
I have spells that can solve this. Give me 10 minutes and we got it.
I do 10 minutes.
Nah,
What are
I
we
say
gonna
we
do
just.
for 10 minutes? Well, I'd say we choose one and just see where that goes.
Which one has the less veins in it, or do they both have the same amount of veins in the walls?
Both of them appear to have the same amount of veins. You guys can only look about 60 feet forward. There is not a big enough difference, and both caves, one goes left and bends around and keeps going to the left. The one on the right does the exact same thing, mirroring it.
All right.
Both have veins, and both have been completely excavated.
Okay. All right, Wild Magic Yehu.
Yeah?
Your call.
She is the
Why my
brightest of
call?
us.
You're the brightest.
Because, what Era said.
I don't know clairvoyance.
I also learned that spell will not help us in this. I just didn't know better.
And
I
I
hate
just
divination.
also realized that I need an hour and not 10 minutes. So,
Well, I say, Yiska, you choose one, and that's where we go.
Did that change in the
I
update? Or did you do it wrong the first
I
time?
don't have it prepared, and it's only a ritual.
Oh.
And as a ritual, you need a whole hour. So,
That's crazy.
Horus is
All
just
right, I'm
going to
rolling
stay in
die.
my pocket.
All right.
All right, that's the way I
Iska.
wanted to go.
I
I
don't
want
know
to
if that's a
go
good idea.
that way.
Oh no,
And she
the
points to the
DM
right.
gets to choose.
All right.
All right.
Redeviants. Gang ho.
Let's go, everybody. I would say,
Dang. Oh,
depending on what's in this cave, stay behind me and keep your eyes out.
Stay behind the guy who can't see more than 15 feet in front
Hey,
of him.
I got some light. Hey, it wasn't too bad previously. It'll be great.
I
It'll be
think I
fine.
should lead because I can at least see 60 feet in front of me.
Why don't we both lead? We could be co-leaders right now.
I dap up your wing.
the
Great
breakdown
idea.
in our group is starting.
My
It's happening.
wing.
We just formed. No. It's coming apart. Raggax is panicking as he walks.
You guys walk into the right cavern. and give me perception checks.
Natural 1.
That's more like it. Net 1.
Ha, knew it. 15. I'm in front, bitch.
Modified 20.
17.
The man leading this party,
These are some cool veins here. Wow. I like them. That almost looks like a puppy dog right
He's
there.
looking at his
that's so cute.
forearms.
Yeah.
Sheelal. Everyone keeps walking, and those of you that did not roll natural ones, the cave very, very slowly, as you continue walking a couple hundred feet for about another 5-10 minutes, the cave starts to shrink back to a normal-ish size. You can see the cave rooftop coming down, going from about that like 40 feet height, reducing itself very slowly, very gradually to about 20 feet. Sheelal, I don't know how you notice this, but you stop for a moment, and on your steel frame, you realize you can sense this humid nature on the air, like this water beginning to just coalesce on your metal frame.
I think there's water nearby.
Okay, I think that's good news, because we can follow it out of the cave. Ideally. I think that's how that works.
That sound logic.
Wasn't much
Some
of a
kind of
geology person.
Humidity, I assume. That's probably good. Means an outside nearby, I would guess.
That makes the most sense to me.
Can I do a history check since my home is with, like, in caves? If I've learned anything from someone I talked to?
Not a history, but I will let you do a survival.
Oh, I get a +1 in that. 4.
With a 4, you are still a ways away from your home. And nothing about this cave feels abnormal to you, apart from, the fact that it was carved out by a giant, or by giants, and the runic magic that is laced within it. But the actual cave formation, you don't sense anything odd about it. Water in caves, not unheard of. You've encountered them even in the actual mountains before. But with the 4, there's nothing you really notice that feels out of the ordinary here.
I'll just keep walking.
And given our environment, we might stumble across a hot spring.
That would be nice. Can't remember the last time I let my puppies breathe.
I am not gonna share warm liquid with you.
We also, we all shared some liquid together, and we haven't taken a shower since.
No, we haven't.
Being in the hot sun, too.
Don't remind me.
You guys continue this trek for about another 30 minutes. The cave itself weaving itself left and right. And if it wasn't for the fact that this is a singular cave, you would have gotten lost. But it is impossible for you to take a wrong turn, as there are no turns. And Aaravani, just as your halberd's light turns off, there is a blue glow in the distance, just on the outskirts of your horizon, peeking through the pitch black dark.
Am I hallucinating, or does anybody else see that?
Put me on your shoulders.
I put him on my shoulders. What do you got?
Can I see it?
With 60 feet of dark vision, you can't see what it is, but you notice the blue light.
Is that Brandr blue?
No, Brandr blue is more like a kind of calming blue. This is like just a blue,
So is this like shocking grasp blue?
Is it like my glowing symbol on my head blue? Like a light blue?
Potion of speed blue.
Potion of Featherfall blue.
It is like a lightning lure blue.
A lightning lure
mostly
blue.
like a little darker than Shocking Grasp. Gotcha.
Yes, just a little bit
Just
darker
like a
than
little
Shocking
bit,
Grasp
just
blue.
a tiny bit. They're practically the same.
You guys are still far away from it. It is just peeking through the darkness right now. It is this soft blue that is just glowing at the end of what you are capable of seeing.
It could just be the entrance and we're seeing the blue sky. I don't know.
I mean, that's the hope, but
I'm
honestly, who knows?
gonna reapply light to Era's halberd.
Nope, thank you.
No problem. I say we just keep going. The worst that happens is the fight breaks out and we all die. But we haven't
That
died
is
yet.
the worst, but let's hope not.
Redeviants.
Keep on
Gang ho.
You don't have to say gang ho every single time. Gang ho.
Gang ho.
You travel to the blue light. The cave itself it is starting to become more claustrophobic, like an actual cave, 10 feet wide, 10 feet of height. And as you continue forward, you start seeing that blue light get closer. Not moving towards you, just you guys moving towards it. And as you approach it, more and more lights start to appear. Some of them a darker blue, some of them a light purple, just wisps in the distance right now. And as you continue taking those steps, gradually getting closer and closer and closer, the light is strong enough to illuminate the actual room itself. You all continue?
Hell yeah, this sounds
yeah.
awesome.
This probably isn't bad at all.
Another 5-minute walk. As you guys slowly, cautiously approach it, the cave itself opening up, and what you see are bioluminescent mushrooms.
Oh, hell
Illuminate
yeah.
a massive cavern opening. And you can see that as you step in, the cave itself immediately opens up to this wide and massive room, 50 feet tall. In the very center is a very soft, flowing river of water. You continue forward, just listening. The water very slight. It's not a very fast-moving water, just slowly continuing downwards. You see, the cave continues beyond your sight, across from you, but it also continues to your left, alongside the river.
I think we follow the river downstream, gang.
Ho.
Ho.
Oh!
Oh. I go.
Cave,
You take the
cave,
left.
Cave.
Continuing down, you follow the river, slowly weaving and turning, and I need everyone to give me a survival check.
I think I'm
Survival.
good at
What could I
these.
possibly need to survive?
7. The one time I don't do survival with my fucking whispers.
4.
22.
Sorry, 14. Good lord.
14 as well.
9.
Mr. 14s and 22.
Oh.
The river is clean. This is pure, clean
Oh.
water.
Oh,
Only about a foot deep. You can look down and you see the reddish orange rock floor that the river flows through. You don't sense any danger. You know better than to try to eat these mushrooms, but they are completely illuminating your way. And as you continue walking alongside the river, they grow more and more numerous. You continue walking for about another 20 to 30 minutes. And Raggax, there are 2 things you notice. The first, there is a gentle breeze that is coming and is blowing against the river, almost like a cavern opening
okay.
just at the end of the river.
Perfect.
The second, you realize you guys have been walking further and further down.
Oh,
you have not been making your way to the surface.
I mean, weren't we guys? We were kind of high up, weren't we? Or were we not?
No, we were down in.
I'm pretty sure
valley.
staircases going below and continuing to go below. I mean, I might as well see where it goes, I guess, for now.
Yeah, guys, we're going down, but I mean, if you guys, I know you all stink like shit. If we want to try to wash off, this river's probably going to be our best bet for a while.
You're right.
If we do keep following this, I think there is some passage that we'll stumble across.
You know what? I'll trust in your optimism, if for no other reason than a potential bath option. So, gang ho.
Gang ho!
Raggax
Gang ho.
goes to the river.
You go to the river, and it's within eyesight of you, as you guys have full vision with the bioluminescent foliage around you. There is another opening very similar to the one you guys were at. Smaller, but the water sort of coalesces into a pond before continuing further down that you guys can use to rest, to bathe. And it's a bigger opening than just the tighter passageways you guys have been traversing right now.
All right.
Who's getting naked first?
I was just gonna ask. Well, here's what I think we should do. I think Raggax has to wait last, because I think we can all agree he's the grodiest of us all.
Wait. Yeah.
You know what? And you know what? I will. There's a decent chance I am second worst, because I do not I insulated this thing well, so it's probably gonna be hella grody as soon as I take that off.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably the cleanest. Nothing really gets through these feathers besides whatever's on top of it, so...
That's true,
I wanna
you
see a
can just
bird bath.
shake it off.
Yeah.
Like with Aaravani.
I'll bathe with you, Raggax.
Thanks. All right, let's get your cock out, Ajax.
What the fuck?
What?
Who said
That's
anything?
not how you word that. That's
Raggax,
not
there is a
how you
child
word
here.
that.
Oh, is that the wrong expression?
Yes.
Is that what they said in the cave?
That's, yeah, they said let's whip our dicks. And I said, all right.
Gosh. Oh.
I always just heard, your bath is ready, sir, and then I went and took a
That
bath.
is not what I heard.
Oh, that triggers
tell you
me
that.
so much. Please don't say that again.
I can just clean myself with prestidigitation.
That doesn't actually clean you, Ajax, and I'm worried that you don't know that. It just makes you smell good, but it doesn't actually clean you.
You're just, Ajax is just putting on Axe body spray.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
So you smell great, but everything else, I'm going to be honest, I didn't want to point it out before, but it's a little...
You keep on applying it. Eventually, I'd rather not have to strip Buck in front of the rest of the group.
You're gonna
That's
have to strip
fair.
Buck. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I mean, we can.
How big are these mushrooms, Raph? Are there like some bigger ones, or are these just like regular, just like obstructing view, like something we can stand behind?
As you guys step into this opening, some of the mushrooms are large enough to the point that they're almost 5 feet in diameter.
Okay.
And theoretically, there is a small sort of corner in this opening that you could jump in between the mushrooms and change really quickly without anyone bothering you.
Well, while Ajax and Era get their clean on, I am going to accompany Iska up ways a little bit so she doesn't have to be around 5 grown-ass adult dudes.
That's fair.
Getting
That is
naked.
fair.
You turn to Iska, about to lead her upstairs, and you will notice she has changed into a bathing suit.
Where did they get this?
One piece. I took it from one of the kids at the party.
You held on to that this long? Where did you keep it?
Why did they have a
In my
bathing suit
bag?
at the party?
Oh my gosh.
They said, I heard some kids and they were like, we're gonna go to the pool after this. And I got jealous, so I took their bathing suit. They don't need it. They could just buy another one.
That's true.
I've never had one.
They don't need it. Here, let me look in my bag. Do you think Kaixus would realistically keep a
12-year-old bathing suit? No.
Not a 12-year-old bathing suit.
No, the suit of armor collapses into a Speedo variant.
All right.
It's just like a really thick Speedo.
It's just like a diaper
It's an adult diaper.
Yeah, essentially.
Borat straps?
Sometimes I get scared during battle. It's got to go somewhere. I'm like, all right, Isco, well, have fun swimming, I guess. I will disrobe the armor into my underclothes, which is basically just shorts and a tank, and then I'm just gonna dive in. Have fun.
It's
Pool
1
party.
foot.
Pool party.
The pond itself is about 2 feet deep, so there's not a dive anyways.
Yeah,
But,
it didn't have no diving written on the side, so
that did not look too great.
Why did anyone put signage up? My beautiful horns are cracked.
I hop in.
Raggax will wait till they're done. He's just waiting with Sheelal outside.
Sheelal's gonna stick his fingers in some of the mushrooms and start like kind of finger painting on the walls and floors.
you stick your fingers into the mushroom, and essentially the ooze and the juices of the mushrooms are pulled out, and they are also bioluminescent. So as you paint on the walls, they also glow.
Oh, that's fun.
Then he's gonna start painting Raggax.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Hey, that looks just like me.
No, like he's painting on you.
Oh, he's painting Raggax. I see.
Honestly, though, he would do a like a crude face with teeth for Sheelal, and then a crude one with ears for Raggax.
Aw.
Yeah.
And then start painting over his face.
Raggax will paint on Sheelal's face. Sheelal can't really smile, can he?
He's got one expression.
Hey, before I put this on you, do you want like a smile? Do you want like a or like what if you could emote, what emote would you do?
Let me pull up the scroll wheel and give me a second.
Do you want a mew? We can make you mewing.
Please.
Don't do that.
No.
I want a mustache.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Creator had a mustache, and I wanted to know what it is like.
As Raggax is painting on his mustache.
What was your creator's name, by the way? I don't think we ever heard what his name was.
It's Poric.
Oh, that's right. You did say Poric.
Poric Floric.
Poric Floric. I don't think we heard the Floric part of it, but
That ain't real.
was he nice? Was he a nice guy?
He was, yeah, sometimes. But I didn't see him too much after a while. So, he was too busy making other pieces of me, trying to make me, me.
Raggax won't pry too much into that. He finishes up the mustache.
Well, Sheelal, you're done. I gotta give it my seal of approval.
And he will put just a smiley face on his chest, as if it's like kind of a sticker or like a badge.
Sheelal, I can't wait to see what you experience in the world and what that turns you into. No matter what happens, no matter who we run into, what matters most is right here.
And he points at the smiley face that is on his upper right pectoral. If Sheelal had a pectoral, you know.
You keep that close to you, and You're gonna go far.
The smiley face?
Yeah, the smiley face.
Oh, okay. I would smile if I could.
I think a lot of people have that same issue, oddly enough. But all we can do is take the steps to try and get there.
And Raggax will take a peek. Are they done bathing yet?
You guys will notice splashing of water as I get out and, like a wet dog, shake everything out of my feathers. All right, I'm good. Next one's up.
They like puff up.
I feel like somehow Iska and Kai's horns got like tangled.
Wow! How did you do this?
Because we dove into this 2-foot puddle at the same time, collided heads.
No, I didn't dive in. You dove in.
All right, what you say happened and what actually happened, I think there's some dispute clearly. But look, okay,
I can settle this dispute. You're the only one that dove in.
Hey, there was no signage at all.
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
You see Kaixus stand up, and because Iska's only about 3.5, maybe 4 feet tall, she's just dangling from Kaixus's corn with her stuck in there.
All right, let me help you out here.
Please? I feel like I just closed my eyes for a minute and our horns were together.
Do you ever groom these things?
Really,
if they were smooth, they would just we would just come right apart.
I lived in an island in the middle of the ocean with 50 people total. The most important thing that has ever happened in that island is a weird man one time showed up on our shore.
Was it Ajax?
And you're looking at the weird man.
Yeah, okay.
All right, weird man. I'm not that weird.
Gosh, this is
Just
like a
set things
pretzel. Are pretzels a thing? I don't know. I assume so. It's like a pretzel. How did you
That's
do
weird.
this?
I thought a pretzel was just a straight line. It's like a breadstick.
Why is everything so weird for you, Ajax?
Your universe
It's
is
not
super
weird. It's
weird.
normal. The normal for me is weird for you,
That's
and
just
that
bread.
makes me unsettled.
Do you know what bread is?
Yes, I know what bread is. It only comes sliced.
Oh no.
Iska.
I want to know the
you
diverging
live.
point of our two timelines. What was that?
Where is it?
Where did it go downhill?
Yeah, where has it irrevocably been broken?
This is the best thing since sliced bread. There's only ever been sliced bread.
Look, I'm a spoiled rich kid. Even that's crazy even for me.
Do I need a roll for this, or is it pretty
No,
easy?
it just takes you a hot
Alright.
second to you just take Iska by her shoulders and just essentially just wrap her around the horns
Alright.
and just boop, and then put her back on
I
the
have
ground.
to hold on to her head and move around Kaixus a couple times. He kind of moves with me. Hang on. There we go.
Thank you.
I get back in my suit and then it blow dries me. You hear
That's nifty.
What? You do a cranking.
So he put
That's like a
an
button.
air dryer in there,
Yeah.
but he still gets swamp ass?
Okay. It's warm. It's warm air. There's no cold air. Anyway.
Raggax begins taking his clothes off.
I'm leaving.
He actually
Get down, Iska!
he takes off only his vest. He just doesn't bathe with his pants off. He just never has. And he gets into the pond. Anyone who I guess would glimpse it or see it, they see just the multitude of lashing scars on Raggax's back from that lashing he received from Zanriel. And closer on inspection, within those scars, you see claw marks that lead up right to his right ear, where there is a chunk taken out of it. And he just washes real quick.
Sheelal,
Yes.
is the water too cold for you, or how? That doesn't like short circuit you, does it?
Sheelal, that's a loaded question. He's asking whether or not he can pee in the pool.
You knew it.
Please.
Well, I don't, really feel temperature unless it gets very extreme.
Perfect. Raggax peas.
Damn it.
You are that child.
Glad we enjoyed
That's
it
why
before
he was
it
last.
was ruined.
I'm still working on my fine-tuning.
This water goes right to Brandr. This is
My
his water
perfectly clean
supply.
drinking water. Here we go.
He's like, tastes like copper.
You couldn't wait till we were upstream.
Also, I have to imagine as Raggax is taking this bath, like, he hasn't bathed in forever. Like, there's definitely like sticks that fall out of his gear. Like, there's like, it's like it. You know how in video games, if you've been in oil and like you get out of the water, you can see the oil in the water. It's like that, you know.
You
Just come
you step into this clean, clear river. And the minute you step into it
You dip a toe.
and sit, everyone sees Raggax's lower half disappear as the pond turns black.
Ah, this feels nice.
And then Raggax finishes off with his mohawk. He gets some dirt as like it's like makeshift hair cream at this point.
And he makes it as spiky as he can.
You know, I have pomade.
This is much more natural.
It is better for your body.
Exactly.
You're
It
kind
really
of defeating
acclimates
the
you with the
purpose of the
earth.
bath.
So you have pomade, but you press the digitation every day?
She's got you there.
It's important to keep a well-maintained hairstyle.
Raggax gets out of the pond.
I don't only use magic on things.
I look at Iska.
What?
She's just looking at Ajax, looks back at Kaixus, looks at Ajax, looks at Kaixus. Yeah, because if he only used magic for everything, it would take him a year
Got
to
him.
make breakfast.
And I
Oh.
dap her
And
up.
she high-fives
You did use a knife on that one guy you cut up.
Sheelal, I just washed his blood off of my hands. You didn't have to bring it up right away. That was a moment of weakness.
Oh, but you seemed pretty strong with it.
I don't know about that. It took him like the whole night to take off an arm, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was struggling with the bone.
I don't think he even took a body part off. I thought it broke.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you try to cut him up?
Because I thought that it'd be a good idea to hide the body by shoving him down the toilet.
Is that what the Lagrange do? Do you guys hide bodies by shoving them down the toilet?
Normally we have the help do that for us.
The help?
What? The help? We have servants.
That hide your bodies?
There have been numerous test subjects that required a decent amount of cleanup, and well, I don't want to have to do it.
Look, I wouldn't be surprised if my father experimented on random street urchins, but I certainly never did. What was your family doing?
Well, chronomancy is a very dangerous school of magic, and whenever we would attempt to time hop, more often than not, I mean, the probability of it actually succeeding is slim to none. And more often than not, the soul would just leave the body and not return. So, when you're left with an empty shell of a being, you have to dispose of it somehow. Of course, we would do no bodies. I mean, like you said, street urchins. We wouldn't take from families unless they were a promising enough candidate.
Just because they're street urchins doesn't mean they deserve, like, coronal magical experimentation.
How else are you supposed to get results to your experiments?
I'm a street urchin.
Iska, we would not have picked you. You're too cute.
That's not.
That sets a really bad precedent
that's not. Just so you're cute. If you're cute, so only ugly.
So you're
street
killing
urchins?
the ugly is what I'm hearing.
No, we would pick people out of a crowd that didn't have any promising potential.
Would you have picked Raggax?
Probably. Likely.
I figured.
But you're my teacher.
Well, Raggax, you've proven yourself to be quite capable.
Well, I think in the spirit of improving, I hope Ajax's time experimenting on the innocent is long behind him.
Okay, so we'll experiment on the guilty, those that deserve it.
Sure. I guess if
Even
there's someone we really hate.
Questionable.
What was it like when you came here?
Well, there was a window of opportunity. Something that we had never seen before. But the sensation of going through every shred of your being is torn apart, and you're left with nothing but several strands. And, well, it felt like I got sewn back together. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was pleasant, but I am appreciative of the opportunity.
So those that went through were sewn or ripped to shreds and dead?
I mean, for the most part, it was a group effort. It wasn't just me.
Who all did you leave with?
Oh, I only left with myself.
Oh. How do you know you didn't leave your body?
I don't know the answer to that question. I'm here. Last I could, from the most I can tell, I mean, I'm me.
So for all you know, maybe your family thinks you're just a corpse now, if somehow those other subjects went somewhere.
Well, for the most part, from what you see is you go into a magical slumber. At least that's what that's what we picked up on whenever we were in the lab. So we very well might have had some successful experimentations, but I don't think that they would do that to me.
Ajax, I hate to interrupt, but is your goal to get back?
The goal is to see if I can establish contact. I wouldn't mind being able to return, considering that no one else ever has, at least from our findings. I don't know. I'm starting to kind of get used to it here. Do I want to return? Yes, but I don't know if I necessarily need to right at this moment. I'm kind of just taking it day by day.
I wouldn't know how else to handle it in your situation.
This is groundbreaking of an opportunity. The odds were slim to none, but we saw that there was more potential than not, and well, I'd like to be able to find the Lagranges of this universe. Perhaps working with them, we could find out answers. A temporal anomaly like this, it's not common.
That's why we're all together in the first place, right? Now that we have a name, we're all here to help each other out.
You lot have accepted me and my faults. I mean, we all have.
Yeah.
And now that we have a title, we're forced to travel together.
True, that's how that works.
That's true. Yep. It's legally binding.
Blood pact, yep.
Oh, fuck, we did a blood pact.
Oh, by the way,
Don't tell me you have a bloodborne disease.
Because I never even thought about that until now.
huh? About my hand?
About crossing blood with you. I mean, I don't want to assume anything, but...
Listen, say one morning you hear the matron's voice. It's a win-win, you know?
I don't know about that, but
I just,
I'll let you know.
In actuality, that sweet moment was just to make you guys join my blood cult. So, fuck. No, I didn't. You guys aren't followers of Leviatar. Not that I know of. But I will say, the first time I tried to convert some of my friends, I mean, you guys saw it. They were gifted with powers there towards the end.
One of them had a heart attack.
Yeah. That was Uncle Joe.
You know, I thought that you were weird, Raggax, but they were very odd. So...
One of them went to cardiac arrest. Fucking asshole.
You call that?
You call that a power? He went to cardiac arrest and he died.
Jesus.
Or he casted feigned death, you know? You never know.
No, we know he
there's
died.
two that's
we were
still
there.
alive. Okay.
Uncle Joe had the longest long con I've ever seen.
Dude, that'd be crazy if Uncle Joe was still alive. He just fucking faked his death. Oh my god.
No,
The
Uncle
pirate guy
Joe's
seemed fun.
Uncle Joe is in actuality probably dead because he got ripped in half.
Oh, true that.
Yeah, we kind of did that. Yeah.
But it's not impossible that you guys wake up with powers one day. I just highly doubt it.
Well, on a lighter note, I had a silly, goofy, funny little idea pop into my head. I'm looking at this river. How deep is this river?
As in depth of the actual river,
Yeah.
it's 1 foot. The pond is 2 feet, and now it is black. The river is a foot.
Probably a little over knee height for most of the taller people.
How fast is this current going?
It's not going very fast at all. You can see like the black tar that resided on Raggax has, during this conversation, maybe a quarter of it has begun to flow downstream. You guys are not at a high enough elevation. Like it's not a steep enough angle for it to be a very quick moving river.
Okay. I kind of feel like the insides of it to see how like smooth it is. What's the possibility we can use this as a slide?
You know what, Mr. Artificer? Give me a survival check at advantage.
He wants us. He wants us to do it.
Raggax leans over to Iska. I'm glad his silly, goofy idea was not to murder us like he did his siblings.
Dirty 20.
Iska turns around and as like she sees Kaixus beginning to like take his hands and like even out the edges, he stops, he grabs his notepad, begins to like map out how deep, how wide the angle of the actual edges of the river are. She turns back to you and says, "Nope, he might still be trying to kill us though."
Aw, damn it.
What are those things called where you like the balls on like the little little poles that you move like back and forth? Like an old-timey calculator?
Abacus?
A what?
An abacus.
An
That is it.
abacus. I have the suit has a built-in abacus. I like
Sheelal from
abacus.
half court with that one.
His creator had one.
He's gonna open up a little hinge, and there's a tiny one there.
I'm like, I use his abacus because it's fun.
Oh, I think that's ever been said in Dungeons and Dragons. I use his abacus because it's fun.
His mini abacus, okay?
It's a mini abacus.
With a modded 20, you begin investigating the river, and you walk down about another 5 feet, and you will notice that it does begin to get just ever so slightly steeper. You come back to the group, you ponder for a second, you look around. You know, the mushrooms are semi-sturdy, but it might need a little bit of extra. And you pause for a moment. Something to get it rolling. And you look at Sheelal, and you look at the little bag dangling at his waist. His little bag of his favorite steel little marbles that he tries to throw out in the group.
He probably has like 400 left.
Yeah.
He also picks them back up after he uses them.
Well, the last time he couldn't. He chucked a
With
lot
about
of those.
15 minutes of work, you will be able to create small mushroom sleds that will take the group down the river ever so quicker.
I work so diligently, so fast. Kai's back in his roots just fucking crafting shit. God, he loves crafting shit. He loves crafting.
Does this count as a short rest, by the way?
Not for me.
Not for Kai, but for you guys, yeah.
Sheelal's gonna change his whispers trait to back to survival.
Hey
Okay, I'll
man,
get to that
I'm
in
the
a second.
magical mushroom wizard. I gift upon you the knowledge of survival, man.
Don't touch these mushrooms, bro. They're super Oh no.
And I
Put your
definitely
butt on
don't
this
suggest
mushroom.
that you use them as a lazy river floaty, man.
Kai,
Thanks,
give me
man.
a Artificer Tools check
Artificer tools.
with advantage.
Dog, I did not just roll 2 5s. But I'm still pretty good with them.
Can I give? I guess I can't give guidance.
What's the? Oh shit! What do I
You
even
can give him guidance.
What do I even add to this?
Slap his ass.
Intelligence. We'll say intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
I don't think I have guidance. At the
Oh, never mind then. I won't
moment.
add that.
I thought I did. I don't think I do. Apologies.
That still gets me up to 13.
13 is enough. These are makeshift little sleds. And with 15 minutes of work, you've created 5 sleds. Unfortunately, 2 of the 3 little people have to ride one together.
I have a feeling that 2 of the 3 little people will not care.
With that, you are crafting, and Sheelal, you take a moment and you go to the corner and just sit and attempt to meditate with the spirits.
He's gonna stick his face in the water.
You stick your face into the water, and you don't hear anyone, but rather are transmitted almost psychically these feelings of survival. You get a better sense of the cave, not necessarily of what comes ahead, but knowing what was behind you guys. And you get the sense that the cave, for the most part, is pretty safe. So you are overwhelmed with this sense of safety and security of what you have traveled so far. And you have proficiency in survival.
Who's to say what's to come next?
Follow your heart, Sheelal. The cave's much like your
Ride
future.
the mushrooms, dude.
Unknowing.
Raph, before we embark on this lazy river, Raggax is gonna cast light on each of these little makeshift.
They're the bioluminescent mushrooms. So he's taking the caps of them and making them into sleds. So they're already glowing.
Perfect.
I'm making them more glowing.
Don't ruin the light of these beautiful mushies.
Mush.
All right, who's with who? Sheelal, are we riding together?
Yeah.
All right.
Raggax gets in.
But he's gonna, like, get in the one behind Aaravani.
Is this gonna be safe? It looks a little tiny to me. I mean, I'll try it though.
Oh, that's because you have Iska's. I give that one to Iska, and I give only a slightly larger one to Era.
It's not much. Thank you, Kai.
Thank you.
Mine's already sinking.
Well, you have to get a moving star. Stationary thing is just gonna.
Ajax, it's upside down.
Also that.
He's the one that he put the wheels on upside down.
All right, guys, watch and learn. And did I make these to ride down the hill, or like get a head start on the bearings into the water?
On the currents.
Okay.
Into the water.
All right.
Yeah.
I sprinkle the ball bearings strategically, and I say, "Follow my lead," and then I just get a running start, and then I jump, and then I put it under my butt, and I ride the wheels into the water, and then I just zoom off. Ideally,
You get that running start, leap into the water.
We're fucked.
Hits the river, and you start sliding. Ishka sees that, she goes, whee! And she does the exact same thing, and she jumps into the water immediately after Kaixus.
I'm like,
all right.
I'm immediately like, I'm going to go so much faster than I thought.
Raggax takes off with Sheelal.
I'm using my mage hand as sort of like resistance, kind of like to give me like a little break.
Raggax, you and Sheelal both start running together, do the exact same thing, leap up into the air, and you guys are so small that you guys just sit inside the actual cap of the mushroom and just hit the water, and you hear Iska in front of you going, "This is so much fun!"
Can it be like those 2-person inner tubes where they're looking at each other?
Yes.
So we're swapping rotations each time.
And they are gone.
Ajax, go.
I'm going ever so
I'm gonna
slightly.
run into you, Ajax. Hurry, go.
Why are you behind me?
I let her run into you, boost you forward more. Sorry.
Oh, I guess we're going. Ooh.
Ooh. Into the cave as the two of you slide all the way down, and everyone is in their happy mushroom cap sled as you tube down the cavern river.
What the fuck?
And what lies ahead, we do not know. But we will end this episode right here.
Nice.
Let's go.
We'll find out if
on a
we-
water coaster, guys.
We're going to a waterfall, guaranteed. It's gonna be great.
Hello there, I'm Zak, the player of Sheelal. We thank you immensely for giving our little podcast a listen. If you like what we're doing here, please give us a like and subscribe. You can also follow us on our social media pages to stay up to date on our releases. New episodes are released every Wednesday on all major podcasting sites. All links are below in the description. Share us with your friends and family as well, as we're grateful for anybody who gives us a listen. Thank you again, and I'll see you next episode.